Welcome back to Footballology. So, with the NFL season just right around the corner, just a few weeks away, I'm talking about NFL training camps, preseason, and everything else in between. Fantasy football, yeah, it's coming up, and it's so exciting to be an NFL fan right now because this is the Christmas Eve before Christmas, and you're ready. You're just ready to kick off and have Week 1 be tomorrow. But there's a couple players that I'm going to be paying attention to throughout the 2023 season, and I want you guys to kind of pay attention to them too. If there's anybody you want me to take a look at, just let me know in the comment section below. But we're going to kick this series off with Mohamed Ibrahim, running back from Minnesota. Now, he went undrafted last year or in this past draft, and it was kind of shocking to me because if you would have told me a running back was coming off of this kind of production and he went undrafted, I would call you crazy. This man had a great senior season, and he just killed it. I think that looking back and what he did, if you go watch his highlights, you easily said he would have been a fourth round pick, or I mean, if a team was desperate enough, third round pick, I guess. But to go undrafted, it's crazy. But I think the two things that I pay attention to that really hindered him, a was his carries throughout his career. They used him in Minnesota, and then also look at this last year, 320 touches, but he still averaged 5 yards a carry. So I could see why people were kind of worried of him and didn't want to really take a chance on him. But to go undrafted is just still crazy. And you look at 2020 and 2021, he never finished the season. But even in 2020, he had 7 games with 1,000 yards. The man was about to tear it up. And so it's like, if a running back can do this in this short amount of time, and the one game that he had, I remember watching it while I was at the gym, and I'm like, why are they not stopping him? And I think I could be misquoted, but I think it was from against Ohio State. I might be wrong. I double checked. I probably should have checked before the video, but still, I'm pretty sure it was against Ohio State, and the man was going stupid, and they couldn't stop him then. This man is a real running back, in my personal opinion. And when I watch him run, he really reminded me of MJD. And when you look at MJD, combine results, MJD was a solid running back, and I haven't seen a running back realistically. And that it was kind of like an era almost. It was like Michael Turner and MJD. I feel like there's one other running back. They were like these short thighs. They were like the size of your torso running backs, and nobody could stop them. They had great power. They had great speed. They were running over people and running through people. I remember MJD had this block against Sean Merriman, who at the time was like one of the most elite pass rushers and the most feared pass rusher in the league. And he had this block on him. You're just like, oh, wow. And so it's like seeing a running back like MJD possibly coming into the league, I'm like, how do teams not see the comparisons? You look at his size and you look at Muhammad's size. You see Muhammad's size, 5'8", 203. MJD size, 5'7", 207. So it's like they're not that far off. Now, I think also with him not participating at the combine, as you see, we don't have any combine report on him at all. I think that could also hinder him too when it came to the draft time. So it's like I see these little reasonings why you would let him go undrafted. But if I was an NFL team and I seen him and he was on my radar, I would at least, I mean, for him to fall that far, I guess I would have spent the seventh on him and got great value. I think he could be an NFL starting running back. Worst case scenario, change of pace back for somebody. Now, like I said, he went undrafted to the Detroit Lions, and I think that the Lions running back room right now is going to be kind of clustered because they have, I think, David Montgomery there. They obviously drafted Jahmyr Gibbs in the first round. And then they got some other running backs still on the roster that did really well for them last year. Montgomery's probably going to be their quote unquote Jamal Williams from what they had last year, that short yardage goal line back. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be the DeAndre Swift. Granted, they got rid of him, but the in between the 20s, home run hitting running back. But I ultimately think, and I ultimately believe, if given the opportunity, Muhammad's gonna steal the show. And like I said, for me, what's coming up as far as training camp and everything that's happening, I think that we're gonna see a guy like Muhammad really stand out and have an opportunity. Now, does he make the roster? I don't know, because he got a hell of a hill to climb. I think they also still got Jamar Jefferson there too, who gave them some decent run last year too. So it's like he's gonna have a hell of a hill to climb to even see some starting time, to even see the field. So he's going to have a hell of a training camp, a great preseason. And I wouldn't be surprised if he had a great preseason to the point where Detroit would really have to think about keeping 4 running backs, And if they do, this man right here, it would be only a matter of time, in my personal opinion. And I really wish he would have went to a situation where he at least would have had a somewhat of a chance to start, but that's neither here or there. But Mohamed Ibrahim, keep him on your radar. He's going to be on my radar for the 2023 season. I think he's a phenomenal running back. If you haven't seen him run or you've seen his highlights or anything, I guarantee you're going to be highly impressed with the ability and the way that he reads the pocket and reads the holes, the way he shoots the gap, the way he accelerates through the hole, and the way he finishes runs. This man is a true, I guess I hate saying this, but realistically, an old school running back, a bell cow, if you will. And Minnesota's seen that. If you look at it and what he did when he was in college, Minnesota knew what they had in him. They gave him touches after touches after touches. And I know the carries is always something that people really harp on, but the same thing was said about Jonathan Taylor coming out of Wisconsin, and now everyone loves Jonathan Taylor, and he can't do no wrong. So I'm saying Muhammad's going to be that guy. I would honestly put my stamp of approval that Muhammad in 2 to 3 seasons, pending injury, let's clear it up, pending injury, could possibly be an NFL starting running back, in my personal opinion. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Am I crazy for thinking this? Do you believe that? Do you think he got snubbed and should have been at least drafted at worst case scenario in the 6th round, 7th round? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you're not a footballologist yet, I don't know what you're waiting on. Go and subscribe to our YouTube channel today, become a footballologist, and stay safe, football fans.